Shower me with praise! Let the world come on! This way! This way! Stand with me! Strike a pose! Time to shine! Grow, grow, grow! Make yourselves at home! Lightning, shout!
The process of elimination. Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
Our bond is strong!
Here you are. Well now. Any more time?
Committed to memory! With all my strength! Share my knowledge! Allow me! Don't be scared! Hands with the waves! Grow, grow, grow! You play! You're up! Rest and reboot! Here! The Temple of Wisdom! Hold the line! Don't be scared! Let's play turn a little.
My contraptions are calibrated.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
Quietly. Game's up. Fun's over. Yeah. Skyward! Strike clouds converge! Show me your move.
Dare to mess with me? Truth repeats its course. Let my name echo in song.
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Seize the skies.
Boring. Disappear.
How about this?
Here.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. You've sacrificed this already.
Grow, grow, grow. Let's ride. Surf them.
Come on! Show me your courage!
Gears of the storm. Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward.
Come on!
Make
Show
way
me your
for the
courage!
Boring. Evil conquering. Here. Worthless.
Don't mind if I do it!
Here.
Yes, you are. Qualified after all.
Finally, some target practice. Stretch your wings and
Minute to
raise the
minute.
storm!
Woohoo!
But boom,
Let's hope you
Dare to
put up
mess
a
with
good
me?
fight.
Truth repeats its course. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo.
yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Stray clouds converge.
Disappear. Worthless.
This way, Curly. Catch an epic wave. Woo! Let's ride. Surf up.
What you got?
We'll see about that. Have fun with this. Let the world collide.
Skyward. Scatter. Seize the skies.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
I really liked that. That was really fun. Now we have these guys.
A minute to memory. Make yourselves at home. Check this out. Best of luck. Amazing. Grow, grow, grow. Woohoo! Amazing. Bring it. A minute to memory. Fast. Warriors of the storm. Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Yeah! Skyward! Make way for
Lament! Worthless! Cheer! Worthless! Worthless! Cheer!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Grow, grow, grow. Share my knowledge. Let's shred, Sharky. Let's ride.
Bring it!
Commit it to memory.
Let's get down to business!
Let my name echo in song. Too late for regrets.
Yeah! Skyward! Stray clouds
Lucky day.
converge!
Boring! Evil conquering is worthless!
Strike a pose. Time to shine. We'll see about that.
Skyward! Scatter! Make way for
Let's ride.
What the hell was happening?
Best of luck.
Okay, very strange
Bring it!
glitch there or something.
Carving wave.
Never really seen that before.
Amazing.
I guess that guy has a funky hitbox.
Surf's up. This may hurt a little. Let's shred, Sharky. Commit it to memory.
That floor was really fun. That might be the most fun I've ever had in Abyss. I'm gonna clip that. That was really fun.
Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whew. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whew.
And yeah, here you go. Here's the predatory part. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to run an electrocharge team to deal with the idol. Yeah, we have to switch teams. Okay. I guess we do Raiden National, which I've never used actually in a regular combat. How do I... Do I use Bennett? No, Zhang Ling has enough energy. No, then I don't have a healer. I just fucking love this. Okay, I can use Jean or I can use Escoffier. Probably just smart, just use Jean. And Jangling to round out our damage output there. I could use the Elan. But there's definitely going to be some AoE needed. So Zhangling. Right, this probably isn't go very well, but I'll try it.
Care for a dance? Dance with me! I swear by my show has only just begun! Torn to oblivion! I'm not done yet! At least
C2 Raiden, by the way.
illusion shattered!
Let my name echo in song!
Wind, hear me!
To the ground!
Left away!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Go slow.
Dance with me! Be a good
Oh my god, look how pathetic Raiden's damage is.
Time to shine!
Barbados, Magnus!
Nice and spicy! Eat this!
Not torn to oblivion!
You really do, you run Raiden Shivers or you don't run Raiden. This is a really well built C2 Raiden.
Illusion shattered!
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! Go as one!
Wind, hear me!
At the frying pan!
I actually genuinely would have been doing more damage if I did a Yaimiko plunge.
Shine down!
Shower me with praise! Let my name
Barbados, guide us!
I'm nice and spicy! Eat this!
Inazuma shines eternal! Bring it!
This may hurt a little. The Temple of Wisdom! Check this out! Best of luck! Let's ride! Amazing!
Hear the echoes of the golden!
Carving waves! Surf's up! Action at the flames! Woohoo! Amazing! Oh, chill out!
This boss is so well designed, man. It is so cool.
Make yourselves at home!
Yeah, we don't make
Letting
time.
brave names echo!
Oh, we really don't make time, huh?
Surf's up! Amazing!
That's a bit of a waste. Yeah, this last floor is going to be pretty painful.
Illusion shut.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
I swear by my sword.
Out the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Shine down. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Wind, hear me.
Nice and spicy! Hey-ya!
Now you shall perish.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song!
I swear by my sword.
Eat this! At the frying pan,
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
let the world collide! Go as one!
Barbados.
Nice and spicy! Hey-ya!
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Yeah, Viton really does need a buff.
Bring it.
This stage is probably just going to kill us. This guy's a guy that just can pull into your entire character's kit. Just because. We're breaking through them fairly fast. But of course, now that our rotation's over, now we don't have any ability to deal damage.
The echoes of the valley.
And then he's just going to regenerate shield again, isn't it? Oh, not quite. Give it a couple of more seconds.
Grow! Sharing my knowledge! Carving waves! Amazing! Surf's up!
Letting brave names echo.
Let's shred, Sharky! Committed to memory, the Temple of Wisdom.
Bring it.
Barely, we had 3 seconds left of it. Alright.
Illusion shut.
Strike a pop! Booba, get them!
Oh, wow.
Let my name echo in song!
I mean, yeah, we can't do anything.
At the frying pan, into the fire! Fury,
Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Barbados, guide us.
Booba, get them!
Game didn't switch to jangling even though I was mashing the fucking button too. That's cool. That's actually gonna make us lose. That's actually deeply annoying that loses us several seconds of damage.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide! Go as one!
Wait, hear me.
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Now you shall perish.
Alright, we still made it. Thank God he didn't do it again.
Grow!
is this a trial one or is this a normal? I think this is a normal one. So if it's a trial one, we're fucked. Of course, this is the second most predatory boss in the whole game, I'd say. People complain about Rapia, and yes, Rapia is also fucking awful. This guy's even worse. So this boss is basically impossible without Jalonen. You need Jalonen or a character who can somehow jump in order to get up there. Otherwise, this boss is impossible to kill. So I personally think this is the worst boss in the whole game.
Check this out. Best of luck.
Letting great names echo.
This place
I feel like I
really
probably just wasted that ult for no reason.
sharing my knowledge. Carving wave. Amazing.
But it still might be possible. No, we don't.
Committed to memory.
Maybe? No. Okay.
Bring it.
Yeah, this is the most predatory boss in the game. I don't get why I don't see other people complain about it. I've tried. The game simply does not let you climb them. You cannot climb those rocks with just normal characters. It has to be Jalonen or Kashina. Or you need to have a Geo Construct or a character that can jump really high. So yeah, that's, I would say, the most predatory boss in the game. We still, even then, we only missed it by a couple of seconds. I'm not going to bother retrying. It's like a difference of like 100 premos, maybe. I don't care. Oh, the reward's automatically claimed now. Okay. Right, and whether or not I pull Chuska is going to be based on the update live stream. If the characters in the next patch I'm not interested in, then I'm going to pull Chuska when she drops in. I mean, I'm going to have to wait until the update live stream, so it's still going to be like 2 weeks of waiting at least. Now, the reason why I actually started this live stream is that this event has got its next stage unlocked. This is going to be like 20 minutes long. Quite frankly, probably aren't worth a live stream. I'm committed to archiving everything.
Well, it's been 2 days. Let's go meet up with Yelan. Ooh.
Oh yeah, this is really misleading. I saw an Instagram reel or YouTube short, where someone was talking about this and saying, oh yeah, some people mistook this and thought they were getting the skin for free from the event. But one person commented was like, why would you think that? It's not misleading art at all. And that person, I want to slap him in the face, because this is extremely misleading. Right? Whenever on the event page here, they present rewards. Rewards claimed, they show you all of these. Test run, they show you the Primogem rewards, they show you the character that's related to it, with the character's name, element, and star rating. Down here they show you the Primogems you can receive from the music challenge, this thing. Primogems. When they show you an item, an in-game item on an event page, 99% of the time, that means you get said item from this event. And that 0.1% is this event. Apparently they did the same thing for Diluc. apparently Diluc also had an event. They did not do this for previous skins. They did not do this for Shenhe's outfit. They did not do it for Ganyu's outfit. They did not do it for Nilu's outfit. They did not do it for Hu Tao's outfit. They did not do it for Kaya's, Xingqiu's, Kirara's, Zhang Ling's. Obviously, these were free, but I don't know about Barbara and Jean, or I don't know about any of these. They didn't do it for Klee. They didn't do it for Shenhe. I don't know about Diluc. Apparently, they did do it for Diluc, and we've done it for Yelan. Some people said, "Oh, they won't release the skin for free when they already had you be able to pay for it for days," which is not true. They've done that before in the past. Kaya's skins, Xingqiu's, Kirara's, and Zhang Ling's. All of these skins were purchasable for money before you unlocked them in the event for free. You're fucking stupid, because it did not take a lot of effort to get them for free, but you could buy them for to skip the grind if you wanted to. But I mean, it hardly was a grind. It was literally just play a couple of fucking mini games, which were actually fun anyway. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen them do it. This is the first time in the entire game. I've been playing for 2.5 years. This is the first time I've seen them advertise an item, an in-game item, on an event screen where you do not actually get that item. It's the first time I've seen it. So, yeah, this is a little bit of a dick move. I don't think it's that bad. Because, I mean, you can clearly see, if you go into possible rewards, it doesn't say it down here, I guess. And normally I think it does. Put a skin in that list. If there is one. And also, of course, I mean, you can just look through the event details here and see that at no point does it say you get the skin. So, it's not that misleading. But it's still a real dick move. I would have zero problem with it if they just removed the tranquil blanket and then option to inspect it. I'd have no problem with that. I'm perfectly fine if they just show it on the event art. I'm fine with you running an event to promote a new skin. That's perfectly reasonable. Especially when it's like an actual, like, fairly good character like Yelan. Sure, it's fine, but this is borderline false advertising. It is a dick move, but it's not that bad. It's far more pressing concerns. Also, I really hope Hu Tao gets a buff, if they are going to start buffing old units. My suggestion for Hu Tao buffs... Okay, here's the buffs I would have done for Hu Tao. Firstly, I would probably just raise her base attack a little bit. She actually has like one of the lowest base attack stats in the game. That is, of course, to balance out her talent, so it scales on her base attack. To that I say fuck off, just give her a high base attack as well. She deserves it. So I'd increase her base attack. I would make it so rather than consuming 30% current HP immediately, this instead consumes, let's say, 3%, 4% HP every second. And I would remove the duration limit on this. I would make it so it lasts until you swap Hu Tao out. But it just gradually drains her health. So basically it kind of makes her like Zhao. Zhao gets an Animo infusion and takes damage over time. Hu Tao gets a Pyro infusion. That's cool because they are actually thematically linked. They are actually very close characters. don't know how many times we've actually seen them interact, but they're both characters that deal with Adepti and death. And the realm of death and shit. So actually, it kind of makes a lot of sense for there to be a link between them. I would do that. I would probably increase the scalars on her burst, just more damage. This is fucking stupid. I would have this be so that whenever her skill is active, bonus 12% crit rate to all allies, including Hu Tao herself. So an extra 12% crit rate for free. And this. What do I want to do with this? Okay, I'll change this to instead be that it doesn't have to be below 50%, rather it's just for every 1% of health that she's missing, she gets 1% pyro damage bonus. There you go. Boom. So it's strictly a buff. And that's what I'd do for Hu Tao. Not big changes. Because her damage is not bad. She still deals really good damage. Her problem is that in her best teams, which are plunge teams, her plunge team, where she does the highest damage per hit, her problem is that she can only fit in like 5 or 6 plunges. Hu Tao does do more damage per hit than Arlecchino. But we can still boost it a little bit higher and then give her less restrictive rotations, give her slight better support functionality, remove this restriction because we hardly get to benefit from it nowadays. I don't think Hu Tao needs big buffs. Just stuff that brings her up a little bit, because other DPSs can almost achieve what she can for less effort, and obviously Maoika and Arlecchino I think can, in their best possible states, outperform her, but in general she is going to be better than them. Also, obviously, the other advantage of making the HP drain continuous is that she can use Marasasi without using Farina. So yeah, that's what I'd do for Hu Tao. Not big changes.
Well done, you two. Right on time. The day after we infiltrated the storage facility, the dark financiers...
Obviously not by removing the limitation on her pyro infusion. That would just allow her
it's the one Dodamani
a lot more freedom.
Transport the goods. It operates under the guise of a joint passenger
and
freight vessel.
It would actually give her a really cool edge over Arlecchino and other characters.
See all the goods piled up on the pier.
Thinking 2 steps ahead? I like it. You're a fast
Again,
learner.
Arlecchino is way tankier than Hu Tao, and she has bigger AoE. Maoika has bigger AoE, as well as sub DPS and buffing potential, and also damage at the start of her rotation. So Hu Tao, balance-wise, should have greater overall damage output. And because she also has risk versus reward, she's hardest of the 3 to play.
It's clear he's the one who's been doing reconnaissance on the
and she's limited to single targets. She should have just way better damage output
away
than
from
them.
the scene, while you two inspect the goods.
And she does, as is, she does have a better damage output. It's not like a much better damage output, but it is a better damage output. I don't think she has better damage output than Melt Maoika. But, well, of course she doesn't, because they designed the entire fucking game out. Oh, hold on. My sister's a Build-A-Bear, and she saw the Pokemon Build-A-Bears. She FaceTimed me to ask me if I wanted any. But I said no, because I already have plenty of Pokemon plushies. They're well overpriced. Anyway, so yeah, Hu Tao, she's the hardest to play of the trio, and she has a she has a restriction of single target for the most part, and she has risk versus reward in that she also sacrifices her own health. So she should, quite frankly, have double the damage output of Maoika, and like 1.5 times the damage output of Arlecchino, because Arlecchino does have a little bit of risk, a little bit. Not much, definitely not as much as Hu Tao. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think you could justify making her C1 base kit as well. However, I mean, her plunge team is realistically her best team, and it absolutely does not need her C1 to work.
Yeah! And Paimon will do her best to float closer to the ground. No higher than the traveler's shoulder.
All set? All right.
Okay, so no fakes. These people are definitely anxious to get their goods to Fontaine all in one go. But did you see the strange markings on some of them? Huh, wonder what they mean. Let's go ask Galen!
Good work. As for the auction, Officer Edler was able to gather some useful intel too. We're almost certain their target is the auction taking place at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days. The markings you managed to capture were applied with a special kind of paint. Almost impossible to notice without some kind of specialized tech, like the forensic imaging device. I think we're looking at a treasure hoarder insignia. Each big shot in the organization has their own, almost like a personal signature. And considering what we know about the case, I'd wager this is Scamface's handiwork. Based on the port manifest, it looks like the marked goods include fertilizer from Sumeru, local fireworks, soap, and perfume.
So, nothing special then?
Fertilizer, soap, and perfume. No. Might be risky, but I'm gonna investigate on board, and hitch a ride to Fontaine while I'm at it.
Yeah! Let's see this thing!
Well, you've proved yourself so far, so I don't see a problem with that. Just so make sure you're prepared.
Excuse me, passengers. Due to limited space in the cargo hold, we've been forced to store some of the goods on the deck. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Ah, please, no need to apologize for your success in business. I just hope it rubs off on the rest of us.
It looks like all the goods marked with Scamface's insignia have Corday listed as the shipper. Dodamani is in the cargo hold, likely making sure all the goods are in place for delivery.
Are they inspecting something? Why are they rifling through the boxes? Paimon can't make sense of it.
Here, take this cipher. It should help you figure out their coded messages. This is the plan. While I distract Corday and Dodamani, you two investigate the goods marked with Scamface's insignia. We might learn something useful. By all means, I trust your judgment.
Huh? Wait! You're just gonna go up and talk to those guys? Yelan!
Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, but have we met? You're Mr. Corday, a famous antique collector in the Quartier Lyonnais, correct? I believe the three of us have had the pleasure of meeting once before. At Jiuguan Tea House in Yilong Wharf, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh? You...
Ah, the Dice Master of Yenshang Tea House. It's a pleasure, Miss Yelan.
Oh, so you've heard of me too?
Yes, I had an absolutely delectable cup of tea there once. One can hardly leave Yenshang Tea House without hearing about your legendary dice skills. I suppose something keeps bringing us together. A shared love of tea, perhaps?
Yes, that must be it. Well, looks like we ran into each other at the perfect time. I'm heading to Fontaine on vacation, you see. Any recommendations on where I should visit? Someplace I could find an exquisite tea set, perhaps. Like a fine art exhibition, or an auction. I hear Fontainian black tea has a unique flavor. I imagine your tea sets are a sight to behold as well.
You...
Ah, does this gentleman have an interest in tea sets as well?
Of course. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Yelan. I'm also heading to Fontaine for travel. Corday's invitation, you see. In fact, I'm the one who owns this ship.
Yep. Yelan is actually talking to them. Are we sure that's a good idea? Alright, then let's go somewhere out of their line of sight so we can start investigating those boxes. What's with the strong smell coming from these boxes? Must be a bunch of stuff mixed together. And there's a strange note. But Paimon can't read what it says. Yelan really thinks of everything, huh? But, you know how to use this thing, right? Well, what does it say? Blowing up the ship? Are they nuts? Paimon thought this was about getting the authorities on their tails, not drawing even more attention. Okay, Yelan was right. This guy is a complete lunatic. There are innocent people on this ship. We need to find and disarm those bombs as soon as possible.
Funny that they made an actual new piece of soundtrack for this.
Alright, that's all the bombs on the deck. What about the cargo hold? Do we have enough time?
Already taken care of. Good work, you two. You stayed calm and acted fast. That was the perfect response to a situation like this.
Yellen! Honestly, it's all thanks to you. It was your idea to board the ship, and we never would have been able to figure out that message without your cipher. Wait a sec. We're at Corday and Dodamani.
Recovering from the shock, I would imagine. Suddenly finding out that you're being targeted by a dangerous individual. That must have been quite the ordeal for you, gentlemen. Almost lost your cargo and your lives in one fell swoop.
Indeed. To think such evil exists in this world. I can scarcely imagine what I did to offend this fellow. Resorting to murder like this. It's quite unfathomable.
Well, no need to fear. I'll alert the Maison Gardiennage at once and ask them to send agents to Lumidu's harbor. The two of you are clearly in need of protection. Your cargo will also need to be handed over to the authorities for inspection, Mr. Corday, just to eliminate any remaining hazards. After which, the Maison Gardiennage will escort it all to its intended destination, of course. So, if I may, where are your goods heading, Mr. Corday?
To the Hotel de Boer, for an auction in 2 days.
Ah, then rest assured. The Maison Gardiennage is full of diligent and responsible personnel. You can trust that your goods will arrive at the auction without a scratch.
Our sincerest thanks.
You know, this is actually dangerously close to actually like being fun. I'm actually like slightly interested. Like slightly, not a lot, but like I don't know, if I cared more, I'd actually be interested. Scam face is a little bit on the nose. Like, come on. It's on the nose because Genshin does not normally do something so blatant as a joke as that.
Right up to them like that? What if they caught on and decided to, try something desperate?
It's not a question of if, Paimon. I'm sure they caught on. But in the interest of their own survival, they had no choice but to play along. Now we can be sure the Dark Financier is getting desperate. The stint on the ship? That was him trying to cut his losses to save his own skin. He needs to get rid of anything that could be traced back to him. So, you blow up the ship. You send the goods meant for the auction straight to the bottom of the sea, and let Scamface take the heat. The last thing he wanted was for the goods to make it to the auction, but now we've ensured that they will, so he has no choice but to follow through. He could choose not to send one of his agents to the auction, and let his goods go to an unsuspecting buyer instead. But remember, their worth is inflated. It would only be a matter of time before the buyer realized the valuation was off and reported it to the authorities. As the seller, Corday would be staring down a potential conviction. At best, the Dark Financier has to find a new kind of moral laundering scheme. At worst, he loses one of his last reliable agents in Fontaine. Exactly. Our trail of evidence remains intact, and we let the buyer at the auction lead us closer to the Dark Financier.
Okay, that means, could we go over this again?
Don't worry. I'm sure the Traveler will explain it again in Paimon-friendly language. We're in the home stretch, and taking advantage of this auction is crucial. So come prepared to see this through. Officer Edler already has an informant stationed at the scene. This invitation letter will get you into the auction. I'll meet you at the Hotel de Boer in 2 days.
There you go. Okay, I'm dangerously close to actually like being slightly invested. I don't know. The Aelan doing spy shit is fun because obviously that doesn't really happen a lot in Genshin. kind of like old world espionage, you know, prior to all of our modern forms of espionage. It's so interesting how it would have happened back in the day. I mean, this is just whatever, but it's slightly interesting. I'm more engaged with this plot than I was with Natlan's main Archon quest. Again, Genshin would work so much better if it weren't burdened by the banner system making its way have to just constantly bring in new characters and phase old ones out. If we could actually stick with the cast for a while, I still really think it would have been a really good idea if, kind of like Honkai Star Rail, we actually had like a consistent cast for each nation. I think it really would have made a lot of sense if they made it so that with every region, we made like one like really good friend, and then they stayed with us for the rest of the journey. So like, what if in Mondstadt we made really good friends with? I don't really fucking know. Amber. Who's in the Mondstadt cast again? Who is available to come with us on a journey? Oh, Fischl. No, Fischl. Yeah, imagine if we had Fischl for every story quest post Mondstadt. Or something. That'd be so cool. Or Mona. Mona would actually make a little bit more sense. And then for Liyue, in the course of Liyue's Archon quest, you make friends with John Lee, and then John Lee says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna travel with you. Let's go to Inazuma." And then you have that really interesting dynamic in Inazuma, and then after Inazuma, maybe Ayaka says she wants to go traveling with you, or Yoimiya says she wants to go traveling with you, or something. I don't know. And then in Sumeru, Alhaitham's like,
Wait.
no, it'd be Outcast for Alhaitham. It'd be Wanderer. I mean, that's is literally in his name, to wander. It would make a lot of sense for him to join the party after Sumeru. And then Fontaine, you can have... I don't know. None of the characters in Fontaine are a kind which I would say would actually like join the party, actually. Fontaine feels right, kind of being like self-contained like that, but you could make it Arlecchino. That'd actually be interesting. Obviously, I mean, like, you'd have to rewrite the story around this. But I just mean, one of Genshin's major problems is you want it to feel like you are part of a world rather than you are the world. Right? Pyrocynical sage wisdom, he once said about Hunt Down with Freeman. You don't want to feel like the world itself. You don't want to feel like everyone else revolves around you. That's very much a problem Genshin has. The character comes in, is maybe in a story quest or two, and then they're gone. And then they maybe come back a year later for their rerun banner, and then they're gone. But I mean, a lot of the Fontaine cast, unfortunately, kind of has very much a grounding in Fontaine. It wouldn't make sense for them to leave. So I really don't know who. Like Lily and Annette, you couldn't take one without taking the other. And I mean, their job, both on the Fatui and just as magicians, is to be in Fontaine, so... Farina? You could say Farina, but probably not. Then from Natlan, Sitlali, it would make sense if Sitlali joined you. considering she's the person with the closest connection to a traveller out of the whole Natlan cast. So it probably makes sense. She also is the best member of the Natlan cast. She's the closest one to like an actual good character. And you slowly just build up cumulative cards. So that's what I thought was going to happen prior to starting the game. That's what I thought the game would work like. I assumed that you'd get some characters for free as you played the story, and I assumed that characters you have would be considered canonically a part of your party. But no, we didn't do that. Is this a fella from Captain's Record? No, it's not. Okay. I'll leave him be. Because obviously Honkai Star Rail has March 7th, Himiko, Welt, Dunhun, Stellar Hunters. It has those characters persisting across at least a little bit, at least across each arc. Obviously, none of the characters are really good. But it's something. Fuck, I keep forgetting.
This realm is...
Oh yeah, I got Mizuki. Oh man, I literally... Wait. It's Saturday. Oh no. I missed out on an entire fucking week worth of drops. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's painful.
If you ever...
Oh dear. Yeah, I got Mizuki from Standard Banner. Which now means I have no clue who I'm going to pick from the Standard Selector. Well, Standard Banner character, Tainari. How are my Tainari translations? Not the worst buff, I guess. Not the worst C2 in the game. This is like, I think, a crazy good C6.
Informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
This seems really good to me. It's a C6, so. June. I'd give more healing, but she doesn't really need more healing. Mona. More damage vulnerability, okay. Kaching would get more damage on her burst.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
What else is on standard? Okay, so Mizuki's first constellation.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
1100% of Mizuki's elemental mastery. So that's 11 times damage. And it's 12 times damage. So say she has... Well, if she has 1000 EM, this is plus 12,000. So this is not that good. So you're not going to get more than an extra 12,000 damage out of this. No way. So maximum 12,000 damage, and it's every 3.5 seconds. So that's an extra 4,000 DPS at most.
Need me to come up with some for you?
Which is not bad, but that's at best. Realistically, it's not going to be that much. Now this is kind of cool. It basically gives her Kazuha as a passive. And who else is standard? Yulica's, right? Oh. Oh. No. Fuck that. Daya's... If I had a C1, I probably would go for a C2. I mean, I might not really have any other options. But the thing is, I would like to make a Mizuki team at some point. So I do like her as a character, and I think I have all the characters I need to make her good. So I would be interested in making her good. Cheat sheet, 2 constellations. Oh. So realistically, it's between Daya and Mizuki. I don't use Mona ever, and the longer, Mona is one of those characters that, like, even on release, she wasn't that crazy good, and just over time, she has fallen off so hard. There's very few teams in the game that like Mona in modern day. It's mainly just because of how short Omen is. If Omen lasted longer than half a second, I mean lasts 5 seconds, but if Omen didn't have an utter shit duration, Mona could actually have a place in the game. Where it doesn't, so she doesn't. People say, oh yeah, Mona nukes. No. Like a Mona nuke, at most you're going to get like 200,000 damage. Which like isn't bad. But like that's it. That's your entire team comp is building up to about 200k.
Got a new letter from an
It's like it's cool, but you can make Hu Tao do that much damage in a single plunge. So it's bit shit. So yeah, so it's either Daya or Mizuki. It's quite unlikely new good teams with Daya are ever going to come. It's also quite unlikely Mizuki will ever get any good teams, but I mean with Nodcry's new reaction system, maybe Mizuki could go hard. So yeah, it'll probably be Mizuki. I mean, at the very least, it's 3 wishes to convert to Stargate.